Namaste! Grand Rising, Big Cat. Welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555. For your message or massages, come in! Come on! I've got intel. Recon is afoot. Don't be shy. Don't be scared. It's only me, Big Cat, your bestie. The planetary energies are as you kick your way into this glorious day. We have a full moon lunar eclipse in the fixed water sign of Scorpio, which is the second and final eclipse of the current season. This event is conjunct the South Node, which is associated with past karma, attachments, and familiar habits. Offering you a clear invitation to close cycles and release the past. This lunar eclipse will provide opportunities to clean out your psychic closet. You're cleaning out your closet. Come through, M&M. Push, clap. Yes, baby. Clean out that psychic closet, yeah? And shed old identities. Face your inner demons, darling dear. That Chucky side that needs to be what? Got rid of, blood. That inner child that is what? Not for you. Especially where you are at this stage of the game, darling dears. This eclipse is the last one in Scorpio until 2031. For this reason, it carries a particularly strong energy of dissolution and release. You also have Venus in Gemini sextile in Jupiter in Aries. It can be easy to get along with others today and have more opportunities sent your way, darling dears. You are feeling lucky, Kentucky. So continue to look on the bright side of life, darling dear, as you clean out your psychic closet. Come through, M&M. Push, clap. Because guess what, bestie? Oi! Everybody working will get paid in full. The work you had to do on yourself, darling dear, when you had to get a grip, Scotty. You had to get a grip. Why? You see, people, they don't really know ya. They don't really know ya. Come through, Libyanka. Push, clap. They didn't know you, darling dear. They weren't aware that you are what? He or she, for whom the sun rises. Come through, Queen Nefertari. Push, clap. Yes, baby. She was the wife of Ramesses II, darling dear, and was in charge of everything. Everything, from the money to the temples to who got what and did what, where, with whom they had asked her. Yeah, they did. They did. And as I said, darling dears, continue to do the shadow work. Some days may be good, some days may be bad. But the point is, what? Always go forward. Face those inner demons, darling dears. Don't run from them, run to them. And realize things was done to you, for you, darling dears. This full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, conjuncting the South Node, is a chance for you to clean out those inner demons, the karmic past you came into this life with. Some of you have the birthday of 13, 14, 16, or 19. That means you came in with what? A whole bushel of karma from previous lifetimes that you had to overcome, as well as the karma from your parents, your sibling, whatever the circumstance, right? You had to clean it up. And work on yourself you did, darling dear. This is why you too will be paid in full for the hard work you done did. Use this energy of the full lunar eclipse in Scorpio conjuncting the South Node over the next 3 days, darling dear, to face those things that are coming up. Me personally, I've been on that rocky road for a few weeks now because I'm wearing my Moldavite crystal. And I'm telling you, this is badassery at its finest. Listen, Linda, listen. You have to listen. It works on your third eye, your heart chakra, darling dears. As well as your crown. As certain truths are shown to you once you're in the energy of this crystal, darling dears. You can't run away from it. You have to face it. Face it and shame the devil, darling dears. Because like I said, everybody working is going to get paid. Some don't even realize how efficient they was at their work, darling dear. They was efficient. I told you they were diligent workers of the devil, darling dear. Gossiping, they was working. Being messy, they was working. Lying, stealing, cheating, they was working. And their payday will arrive over this full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, conjunct the South Node. As they get tied up, listen, their anal tract is about to go boom. Yes, baby, with consequences of their actions. The actions that they took part in their mud huts, as they what window shopped on what you've got going on, darling dear, waiting for you to trip and fall. Those with the T-Rex arms and the trippy talker ways. They won't talk about you forever, darling dears. You are an enigma. Yes, you are. You did that work. And what you are about to manifest for yourself once we've come through this full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio. Can we talk about the Scorpio, darling dears? Can we? But then again, who gonna check me, boo? Scorpio, the 8th house of power and transformation. It's also the house of alchemy, darling dear. It's a karma house, right? It's a house of death and rebirth as well as healing. The 8th house is also about the wealth of others, darling dears. Inheritance. Maybe somebody's inheritance was misappropriated by someone that was working and fought. Thunk. They got away with it, darling dear. Blood money, eh? All money is not good money, especially when you've what? Been a cut purse and a hoodwinker, a full pilferer of someone else's inheritance. The 8th house is the house of what? It's the house of joint taxes. It's also the house of what? Spirit, darling dear. Assets. They are going to be paid in full once we leave this full moon in Scorpio eclipse as it conjuncts the South Node. Remember, I told you that, bestie. You didn't work on revenge. You didn't work on idle gossip. You didn't work on seeing what they was doing, because I told you, if you are still looking at the Skulldugger's social media, it's a full-on pantomime of happy days are here again. La la la, Lord me Jesus. No, it's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. Anyone can look good in a picture for a moment. I know, I've done it. I used to do that in the past with the wickedest, the leader of the devil pack, darling dear. The prince of the dummy bats. I did it until I didn't. Know your worth always, big cat. Never you forget that you are the prize in every situation. No one has skills like you. No one can talk your talk or walk your walk. You are he or she for whom the sun rises, darling dears. We need 2 decks to see where gone. Well, we're going to use the black and gold deck for the what? The pilferers of the truth. And those that are about to get it without the Vaseline, straight from the what? From the universe, darling dear. They will get it without the Vaseline, right? That's their deck. And we're going to use the Art No deck. The one that's all lovely and gold and colourful, darling dear. For you. But first, let's get the runestone out and see what's going on. Look. Anytime a feather involves itself in the reading, you know you've got ancestral presence, darling dears. You are being covered, gifted and guided. And somebody has seen a feather recently, darling dears. It was an ancestor letting you know that you are being protected, you are being guided, and you called in your security and they are there. Call your ancestral team at any time, darling dears. You are the chosen one. This is why you are he or she for whom the sun rises. I love it. I don't those masked marauders, those two, you don't even know which face to slap. They gave you pisanthropia, where you couldn't trust anyone, and misophonia, where you couldn't bear to see them eating or blinking or breathing, darling dear. But remember, it's time for us to do the shadow work. It's about what? Guarding your heart, for from your heart springs the well of life. Proverbs 4:23. It says guard your heart. It didn't say close it off. Because what you truly deserve is on its way, darling dears. Use the energy of the full lunar eclipse in Scorpio, conjunct in the South Node, to release what no longer serves you. And how do you do that? By facing it, by looking at the situation from the outside looking in. Yeah. That's the one. All right. Good golly and gosh, same as yesterday, darling dears. You have first house, the devil energy. It speaks about your self-discipline. It also speaks about being protected from an ex or someone with the name that begins with a letter X, darling dear. It also speaks about meditation, darling dear. Somebody's been meditating. Learn to meditate, darling dears. It's people tell you it's easy, but it's not easy, because you have to control your conscious mind, right? And it's about the breath work as well. Focus on the breath work. I do it by the 5x5. I take 5 breaths in. I always have the tip of the tongue in the roof of my mouth where there's the indentation, and then I breathe out. When you breathe like that, darling dear, you take something like about 5 or 6 breaths per minute, slowing it down. And when a thought comes up in your mind, darling dear, thoughts will come up, but you're trying to get at your subconscious mind so that you can raise your vibration, darling dears. Don't follow the thought on. You don't have to think that thought. And sometimes you have to wonder where these thoughts are coming from. Outside of yourself. I believe it's the demons within trying to take your focus onto things that no longer serve you when you are about to be gifted. Right? Because you are he or she for whom the sun rises, bestie. Pinkies off. First has the devil rune, or the devil card in tarot. As I said, it's represented by the letter X or an X. The numbers 60, 61, 62, and 63. Ruled by Saturn, Capricorn energy. Saturn also rules Aquarius. It's about the structure as well as some form of restriction that was on your life. Maybe you was waiting for something to come through, darling dears, right? The 11th house is the 11th house covers friends or friendship groups, right? You was not meant to be amongst them, darling dear. You was sent to bend the matrix, to build a different way, move a different way. The 10th house is about your ambitions, your career, darling dears. You're about to be rewarded for your efforts, so continue to focus on what you want to bring through, darling dears. Remember I told you that. But still doing the what? Shadow work. We all do the shadow work, darling dears, on a daily basis. You think it's just over? Ha ha! Nah, mate. You have to what? Question those monkey thoughts that come up, darling dear. The monkey mind, the conscious mind. The devil energy also speaks about somebody's going through a season of what? Drugs and alcohol and hedonistic behaviors, darling dears. It also speaks about this person may have been verbally, mentally, or physically, or financially abusive to you, or all of the above. This person is going through a situation where they're feeling extremely lonely. They are codependent, and they would love one more night with you, darling dear. They want to get up in your seat of emperors and empresses to give you a full-on STD. What? Of the mind, body, and soul. It also tells me, darling dear, that it was a toxic relationship, a toxic friendship, a toxic family dynamic, whatever the circumstance was for you, darling dear. You was meant to break the mold. Leave those people or persons behind, darling dear. They are what? Being fought with temptations that they can't control. Somebody has an issue with their ankle or their knees because the Saturn rules the ankle and the knees. As well as the skin, the bones, as well as the teeth. They've got something wrong with their teeth, so they are what? A perpetrator of the gingivitis, darling. They got stank mouth and stank ways. Good God. A dastardly duo. I told you they got the T-Rex arms with the trippy talk of ways, darling dears. And someone has an axe to grind with you. They'd like to drop it in your back chakra. Yeah! All because you chose you. All because you chose to do the shadow work and realize that you didn't fancy being the pawn when you was built to be the queen, and say checkmate only when you've completed what you wanted to complete in silencio. Silence is key. Full on Easter Island and Stevie Wonder, darling dears. We don't talk to people from the past. We are not necromancers. Nope, we can't raise the dead. And even if we won't do it, I tell you, we won't. As I sip my mocha, because I ain't getting smoke blood, bruh, or sistrine. So they got an axe to grind with you, have they? Well, guess what? They're still working. Carrying grudges, eh? They've got a grudgation with you, darling dear, when they should be focusing on getting rid of that gingivitis. Their breath is really killer. Let's see what this domino says. Right, we have the 6 and the 2. The 6 and the 2 goes to an 8. 8 is the number of money. It's about some material satisfaction in numerology. 8 also speaks about you having taken action to master something, darling dear. You are feeling more accomplished. It could also be the mastering of your shadow side, darling dear. This is going to give you empowerment.com. The number 8 is ruled by Saturn, so this is Capricorn energy, darling dears. We just finished discussing Saturn, and yet here we are again. Okay, the planet Saturn, darling dears, rules Saturday as well. So Saturday is going to be tomorrow. So something significant is about to happen in your life tomorrow, darling dears. The Saturn energy is about you continuing to what? Honor your ethics. You're really, darling dears. We roll with a Bushido, really, the big cats. Righteousness, being courageous, compassionate, respect, darling dear, respecting your power, because not all of the feeble-minded could actually handle it if you was to unleash that power onto them. No. How now, brown cow? Right? Truthfulness. We tell the truth, even in circumstances where it may not be of our best interest to tell we tell the truth anyway, right? And shame the devil, right? You have honor, which they do not have. You have loyalty, which they can't find again. They will seek you here, there, and everywhere. These wee willy winkies. And the 8th 3D is what? Self-control. To exemplify, right? And portray all of the previous 7 readies, right? On a daily basis. You're winning, darling dears. Never you ever underestimate yourself. We have the energy of the 6, which is Gemini, lover's energy. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the rational mind, your communication skills. It also speaks about manifestation. Some of you have manifested a short trip, maybe in pronto or traveling for what? Business. The magician is about his business. Why? He has all of the tools, darling dears. The magician energy also speaks about what? A hoodwinking con person, darling dear. The number 2 is what? The high priestess, moon energy, which is Cancer as well as Pisces energy. You already know who this hoodwinking con person is. This skulldugger scoundrel who is a scuzz bucket. And what a pimple, or was a pimple, on everything in your life. A scuzz bucket. The domino meaning, darling dears, of the 2-6 speaks about what? Good luck. Hey! Shall surely come your way in a business or personal matter. Remember, I told you that. You are being blessed. Because as they was doing their work, you did your work too. Your shadow work, darling dears. You had to believe in yourself when no one else did. When they was laughing, chopping it up, darling dear. Chucking the bag of energy at you like a gang sign, darling dear, hoping that you'd end up in the madhouse, the graveyard, or in prison with R. Kelly, who Akon said they're not letting out. Like I said, everyone working. will get paid. The base of the deck is the Queen of Peas of the wicked. The base of the deck for the wicked, darling, there's the Queen of Peas on its face. This is a gossiper, someone who's jealous, someone who lacks self-esteem, someone who needs a crowd of what disingenuous people in order to feel important. They are the king or queen of the shit heap, darling dear. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody, if they've got progeny, that progeny had to bite off their own umbilical cord and hit that ground running. Yes, they did. The Queen of Peas on her face. This is someone who is materialistic, but them don't have the Skrilla.com to back it up, mate. They're in debt. Lots of financial stress, darling dear. And it also speaks about conflict at home and at work. It's Guantanamo Bay everywhere they go, not realizing that they are the common denominator for all the wickedness in their life. Oh, wow. Only a small spin. What's going? I have to go with what came into my hand, darling dears. Only a small spin. Okay. These cards are proper slippery, just like them, darling dear. But they can't slip away from the Most High, because Father God sits high and looks low, and saw that they were what? Pennywise son or daughter. Where's my shiznai? This progeny's been in here touching my things again. Here it is. Pennywise son or daughter. Yeah. Right. Let's see, darling dears. Because everyone working is about to be paid in full. Right? So what in particular did this skulldugger scoundrel, right, and mistake of a human, right? What did they in particular do to you on purpose? What did they do particularly on purpose? Told effing lies, blood, and they're a page. Poor. A liar. It also speaks about a pregnancy. They may have a pregnancy around that they're trying to hide from you, darling dear. They've gotten somebody pregnant, or somebody got them pregnant. Listen, someone who is bitter, right? Somebody who is what, a cusser. They love to cuss, argue, and fight, and not necessarily in that direction. Yes, if they're in a circumstance or a situation that they would like to divorce themselves from, right? This is somebody who's stuck in the past, who's someone who is a liar and a liar. And they may even be lying about the pregnancy. No, they're not lying about the pregnancy. It's true pregnancy. Good God. It's true. But they ain't got no Skrilla. We saw the financial stress and hardship. They ain't got it. They don't have it. What did Tasha K say? I ain't got it. Tower moment. They're going through the rinse and repeat of Guantanamo Bay. No change to their actions. Major arcana divine has a hand in this. All right. There definitely is a pregnancy, darling. It could also be the celebration of a party. Maybe they may even have married this Queen of Swords in the reverse. Some kind of commitment was made between a page and a reverse Queen of Swords. Well, if they had a small spin, you get a small spin too. They married someone, darling dears. What did you do to get away from this wicked lying person? This person that perpetrates the gingivitis and tells tall tales, full on wee willy winky. Pinocchio, they embarrass Pinocchio with the length of their lies. Listen, ever since you left that situation, it was like coming in from the cold. Yes, baby. A turnaround in your finances. The Pentacles in the reverse speaks about what? Spiritual protection. You may even be doing something online, a new business, a new job. Whatever you did, darling dear. You don't look how you was when you left that person or they left you. Your life is looking fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely. Let's move this up so you can fit in underneath these scoundrels. Yeah, you turned your life around. These two. This one. I'll take this one. Your life is happy, darling dears. This is about you putting the shadow past behind you like a ponytail. Sun energy, raising your vibration. The sun is big cat Leo energy. The fifth house. The fifth house of what? Marriage. It's the house of travel, darling dears. It's about having joy as well as creativities. The sun energy also tells me, big cat. Lean in, big cat. It tells me about the inner child wounds. The ones that you have to face during this full moon solar sorry, I said solar because I'm speaking about the sun, Freudian slip meant to come out. This full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, darling dears. Face all of those shadow energies because you don't want to block the blessings that you are about to be afforded. 24-24 on the counter. Face of the deck. When you're winning, like come through Cardi B. When it's up, it's stuck. Posh clap. You know your worth. Ever since you came out of the cold, darling dear, you didn't want to live off the fat of the land or with someone who didn't like you. Just saw 444 on the counter. 444 means what? You are being guided and supported, darling dears. You are focused and it's a sign for you to keep going. You're being protected, spiritually protected. Look! And you get the biggest pentacale of them all. This is the ring bearer card. This is true love's first kiss. This is new opportunities, right? Off the Richter scale being offered unto thee. It speaks about the prosperity you're manifesting. It speaks about your growth game, the planning it took, right? As you worked in silence. For others, you're about to get an invite to a wedding or an engagement party. It may even be yours that you'll be planning in the not too distant future. However, not during Mercury retrograde, blood, brah, or sistrine. And we will still be in Mercury retrograde until the 14th of May. It speaks about the good vibes you hold, darling dears. It's your energy alone is calling in all these new offers to you. You know your worth, you've added tax. This is luxury, darling dears, because the Empress is, pardon me, that was a spiritual belch, because I speaks the truth. Pinkies up. The Empress is ruled by Venus as well as Earth energy. Earth energy is about being stable as well as fertile, darling dears. Someone may also be pregnant in a situation, but or maybe they got someone pregnant while you was pregnant, darling. Listen, they're scuzz buckets, right? With T-Rex arms and trippy talker ways. You can't expect any better from them. They did all of this, and now they want to say they're sorry. But it's a lying sorry. It's only because, look at you, and look at them. And you're worried about what they got to say about you? Vicky, bestie, stop it. You're making my tummy hurt. Look at them. Look at you. Listen, it's a full-on Sesame Street. One of these things is not like the others. One of these things ain't quite the same, darling dear. So how do they feel about the big cat right now? If I can get these slippery cards off the tableau. How do they feel about you right now, big cat? Somebody's blocked, darling dear. They would love to send you a message, but they're unable to come through. The Knight of Swords. On its face, big cat. On its face. This is someone who is disorganized and a scatterbrain, right? And they've got a lot of impatient energy around them. I didn't even see that. They got karma all up on them, darling dear. Past karma that they haven't dealt with, the karma they brought into this lifetime, and what they've co-created. And some of them are what? Disorganized since you divorced them. Divorced yourself. This is the ending of a marriage. Some kind of contract left them where they were. Since you left, they've been disorganized. Right? What? Oh. Three of Pentacles. But they would like to work with you again, darling dear. They see you shining, possibly being recognized for your skill set, darling dears. They want to work with you again. Listen, big cat, I would take the knee blood so that I can pray to the Most High and ask, Father God, why would this scourge be revisited on me again, like Beetlejuice or Candyman? Please save me, Father God, Mother Isis. Listen, I'd become a prayer warrior. No, mate. So how do you feel about them? Wanting to come back into your situation at this stage of the game when you're playing what? Chess and not checkers. They're a narcissist. Yeah, they thought they had all the swords. They thought they had everything covered. They thought you'd never leave the situation or you'd be waiting like a figurine on a dusty shelf waiting for them to notice you again. I think not. How now, brown cow? Oh no! You was too busy washing your face like David, and this could have been a third-party situation. Everybody was watching the throne, mate. But they don't even see that you're heartbroken anymore. Nah, mate. You got your Whitney Houston on. What's that? If 6 of you went out to eat, then 4 of you was really cheap. I found that credit card receipt. With me, big cat, it's not right. But it's okay. Yeah. Come through with me. Push, clap. Listen. This goes to 8 of Swords, right? You overcame a situation that made you what? It had you trapped in your head for a long time. You couldn't understand what kind of animal they was. A liar, a cheater, and a thief. Well, guess what? They was working, and they're about to be paid. They was working, big cat. They was working. Base of the deck. What did I say? The Judgment card. They would love it. You know that they want to come back to you. They want to come back like Beetlejuice or Candyman. I told you. This son or daughter of Pennywise the Clown. But it's your second chance at life. This full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, darling dears, is a chance for you to face that situation and release it once and for all. It doesn't mean that you have to give them an audience, the dummy bat, who's got the bad luck, the bad vibes, the bad credit, and the bad intention all over them, like white on rice. No! I didn't say go and visit them anywhere, because they like to come through with the chelation. If they can't have you, then you must go and meet God. They're wicked, blood. It's your second chance at life, darling dears. The Judgment card is represented by Fire, Water, and Pluto energy. You've been liberated from this. You passed the final exam when you decided that you didn't want to be a dummy bat. You wanted to be reborn. As what? I already told you, bestie. He or she for whom the sun rises. Stop asking me. You've got a second chance at life. You don't look like what you've been through. Because you wasn't focused on revenge. You didn't seek none of those things. You seek to understand and know thyself. You was serving your inner Socrates, understanding that the key to the universe is knowing thyself. Because only self can you control in any situation or circumstance. You can't even control your progeny. You could have your progeny and say, take them out and say, tell someone, oh no, they don't eat vegetables. And they're chomping vegetables like their name is the vegetable what? The vegetable killer. Your progeny will embarrass you in public. You can't control no one but yourself. And anyone that tries to do that is a sin. Everybody's allowed to have free will. Right? Yeah. They would love to come back. But they're stuck. They want to work with you now. Why do they want to work with you? Why do they want to work with you now? Because you got that big cup, the Ace of Cups, darling. There's your cup runneth over. And surely goodness and mercy is following you all the days of your life, darling dear. Right? Your cup is overflowing. They're remembering the unconditional love you gave these feeble-minded fools. Yeah. These feeble-minded fools whose real name is a.k.a. Folio, a.k.a. Sputnik, a.k.a. Tripitaka. They want to come back for that unconditional love you gave them. So what are they going to do now then? Oh no, let's go on. Okay then. They want to come back for your unconditional love. That's why the cards... So are you bestie, oi? Are you going to give them another chance? Another chance to F you over, to be rapid with your edges and your hairline. Give you another reverse friar tuck. Are you going to give them the one more round ruling? What's this? Page of Swords is someone who is young and quick to cut someone off, darling dear. This is someone that will move quickly with the sword. Yes, it's a page because you're in your second chance, darling dear. The rebirth and rise of you, right? You would cut out these what? Abominations with a quickness. The Page of Swords speaks about the curiosity you have for life. You are learned, darling dears. You are focused on learning new things. The sword speaks about spiritual. It's a spiritual upgrade. You know that these people have what? Demons. They've got a demon in them that they're not facing. They've got attachments on them, darling dear. What else? Page of Swords. You're looking back into the past and the karma that they gave you, the gift that you got from being in that circumstance. This is why you've had a change of heart or mind. 2 pages on the top. You may even have 2 progeny with this person. And you've bossed up on them, darling dear. And this also speaks about a future husband or wife that's coming toward you. That's got money. That's going to want to work with you, darling dear. You mean to tell me you're going to block your future blessings for someone you know is a dummy bat and the devil's most diligent worker. Be too busy, big cat, flying high. Remember, Proverbs 29:15, your plans within plans. Do the Wendy Williams. Law number 29, right, of the 48 laws of power states, right, that you must continue to plan all the way to the end. You are making things look effortless and everything is coming towards you. Law number 8. Law number 9 is telling me that you're winning through your actions, not your words. You didn't tongue wrestle with these feeble-minded. You didn't. You left them to what they thought was better than you. Right? And you also have a message coming through quickly. Right? Something to do with your work, your finances, something that you've been focused on, darling dear. You've got incoming. Feeble-minded. You've changed your mind. You've got a change of heart. You've looked at the opportunities you are able to co-create for yourself when you trust in you, when you boss up your skills, Page of Swords, when you're learning new things. You're curious about life. You love to research. Why? Because you're a big cat, and big cat find out she's naive. You're a keyboard gangster, or you went to an institution and got the knowledge. Whatever you did, darling dear. They've got hatikiphobia anyway. Fear that they're not good enough for you. They don't need to fear that shit. They need to know it to their core. Come back. Like I said, if they come back, there's only 3 places you can go, right? Prison, the graveyard, right, or the madhouse. And you haven't gotten the level of crayons it would take to be that crack on crazy to allow them back into your life. So what are they going to do? Now that they listen, you ain't having them back. So what's going to happen in their life going forward? Now that you're not having them back. This basura with the raccoon eye. Listen, they're going to have to get over it, mate. They're going to have to get over it. They have to get over it. These breadcrumber who's amongst breadcrumbers where there is no true balance in their situation. Queen of Cups is the disloyal amongst the disloyal. And I told you there's a pregnancy that they're not happy about, right? Transformation, darling dear. They want to change their paradigm, right? But King of Wands, they're still a dealing mattress back and they're in a situation that they can't get out of. Especially if they got someone pregnant or they are pregnant. They can't leave that situation. Not with the devil's most diligent workers. No. They're looking for a nurse with a purse. Or they're looking for someone who is a dummy butt. Someone who is foolish and wants to be a mark. Yes, a mark. Listen, it's going to have me on my what? My point A and point B, guys. I know it's tatty. Yes, I could make another one. But you know what? We use it often. Right? They want you back at that point, big cat. And quite frankly, as your best friend, I've taken it upon myself to tell you, nah, blood. They get the yellow card for the effrontery and the red card for the bloody cheek of it. How dare they? Right? Leave them where they are amongst the disloyal. And they don't even trust that the baby's theirs. What do you mean? A whole melting pot from a skullduggerous mattress back? Good God. Listen, focus on your future, yeah? And your boss-up moves. Final outcome for the big cat as they mind their own business and pay their knees. You're a high priestess, darling dears. Many of you may even be tarot readers, but you are highly intuitive. Carrying with your mysterious ways, you have their file, which is a see-through pamphlet, which we agreed, bestie, long ago to float test only over the bin, only to be picked up if another red flag is coming through, darling dear. You don't want their crusty, rusty cup of opium from the what? The crevice of the devil's balls. You don't want no cognitive dissonance, right? Or confusion and fighting. You love raise your left hand, big cat. Repeat after me. My hairline comes first. Right. What? You're thinking very clearly, right? And you're not going to be tricked, right? But not by no skullduggerous or scandalous panani or fatum. You're being spiritually guided. You're a spiritual warrior, right? And you're the star. Many of you may even have a platform, darling dear. This is stepping into fame. This is also healing on a what? Cosmic level. When you heal, darling dear, do you realize that you heal your children going forward? You heal your ancestors behind you. You were sent to bend the matrix. Why? I already told you, bestie, and I told you to stop asking me. You are he or she for whom the sun rises. Come through, Queen Nefertari again. Posh, clap. Yeah. And you've got something coming in, darling dear, that you've been waiting on for some time. Something that is being spiritually guided towards you. Remember, patience is key, but still get on with your life like the Page of Swords. Working hard, learning new things. Knowledge is something that can't be taken from you. And knowledge is power, and power is knowledge. And I'll have nothing else said. Not in my court. Not in my parliament. So what's going to happen to them? In a situation where it's this lolly, who the baby daddy? They don't even know. Right? A situation where they don't want, right? Look, the only pentacles that came out for them is in the reverse blood. Brock Porkiters. Buddy, have you got a dime? Where's my... Have we got time for Petty? Yeah, we got time for Petty. Jazz. This is Jazz. Bell. This is Jess and Bell. Them have no pentacale. No pentacale, none. Not a bean. This is disloyal company. Lying and being lied on, darling dear. This is financial debt. The pentacles in the reverse also speaks about a mental break. Listen, they ain't got time to lose their mind blood. They need to get to paying them bills. The bill collectors at the door. Yeah, and they've been working hard, darling, because they're a liar. And they're going to get paid in full. Did they think they'd get away with it forever? No, blood. Oh, no. How now, brown cow? Now they see that you pea glitter, shit cupcakes, and fart rainbows. Now that you're gone. What are they going to do? Hey, because you ain't having it. Listen. They want to get over the heartbreak of you not coming back, right? They're extremely impatient at this moment in time. No spiritual protection. They're not happy. They are the original bad boy, bad girl of what? Buzzkill, right? Bringing down the side, right? And I told you, this is someone who's waiting on money or a job, something, some seeds that they sow, doing the due diligence, being methodical. This is the debt collector at the door. Right now, blood. It's made their listen, it also speaks about they've got something going on. If it's a man, they're having trouble with getting it up. It's a bit like this. With all of that stress, I'm surprised they're even thinking about that. They need to allow that, blood. Allow it. Right? They know that they sowed the seeds with the wrong partner. They know this. A bad investment and a bad romance. Come through, Lady Gaga. Posh clap. Oh well. Oh well. You continue to hold your gangster, big cat. Proverbs 29:11. They've got nothing but regret, and that's not remorse. And all they want is one more round, Julie, with your hairline. Don't cast your pearls before a swine. Never again, big cat. Let's see what your ancestors have to... Where's my Witch's Oracle Wisdom deck? What does your ancestors say about this melee? This set of unfortunate circumstances. Was it Lemony Pickett? Your ancestors are saying what? The air, darling dear. This is Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy. Set your direction, darling dear. Somebody may be even traveling to the west. This is also for you to listen to your higher mind. Many of them have called you a witch, darling dear. You ain't a witch. Well, if you're a witch, they're a bitch. How about that? They're a bitch. How about that? Or if they call you a witch to your face, you tell them that your mother's one too. I'm going to teach you how to cuss, blood. Tell them your mother is one too. Anything they say, you say your mother is one too. How about that? They can't do you nothing, why? You watched my Don't Get Smoked video where I teach you self-defense and light kung fu, darling dear. You've got 3 go-to moves, right? You've already given them what? 2 of these and 1 of those. What's that? Love and light. You're a natural healer. A natural healer. Continue to what? Give and you shall receive the keys to the universe, darling dear. Continue to be your humanitarian self. You are badass. Badassery at its finest. They're crusty of lip with their what? Their pregnant heifer. Possibly birthing Damien. I'm sure that baby will come out with 666 and wondering who the daddy is. Final card. What you wrote down, darling dear, what you intended to manifest, what you've been focusing on, it's about to be granted unto thee. You saw it on the dominoes. It means luck in business and personal situations. You saw the devil card in the upright, which spoke about what? Being protected, darling dear. It also speaks about your self-discipline that they didn't like. But they're going to have to learn to love it. If you like it, they must love it, right? Manifestation mode. Leave them where they are. Good golly and gosh. We don't go back, right? Ever forward. Remember, you'll be going back to someone who is from the pet cemetery. You know what the face and the body look like, right? But the inside is evil to its core. And remember, they've been working and they're about to be paid in full. Do you want their karma too? Let's get the romance angels. Then we're out of here to get great. Let me turn off the fan because it's going to keep blowing over the cards. Come through with foolishness. Make me have to take off, hit them up with the house wig. No, I'm not. Look where it fell on all this happiness. Your true love's first kiss is on its way, darling dears. True love. Why? Because you love yourself and you wouldn't allow anything less than what you truly deserve. 555 on the counter, darling dears. Base of the deck. You deserve love. And this reminds me of Sagittarius, the only weaponized zodiac sign. Can we talk about the 9th house? Why not? Because who gon' check me, boo? The 9th house, right, is about your wisdom, right? How philosophical you are, darling dear. Your ethics. You have ethics, something they know nothing about, right? Listen to your friends, your ancestral team, and your higher mind, darling dears. This is how you what? You get to your higher mind by meditating. On that note, I drops me mic. To love to my Teesprings, to love to my Patreon, or take the hop, skip and jump to my TikToks where I also upload videos. Thank you very much for your continued support of me in this channel, bestie. I appreciate your appreciation to the core. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Big cat wave. Until we meet again on these tarot streets. Cat, cat. Cat, cat.
I love this beat.